With me in the box is Richmond Titan Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dan. It's good to be here tonight.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it.
We are Geelong, we're always on the ball. We play the game as it should be played. And home or
Here come the Western Bulldogs. We have the toss of the coin. 9:15. Both these teams are in the top 8. This should be a quality match. These lineups look very strong and both teams look fired up and set to go. The opening siren is moments away and you can feel the excitement building. The players contest the first bounce.
If you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
A dead straight bounce. Guided by Roughhead. Redpath bumped off the ball. Guided down nicely by Smith. Clean tap by Henderson. Bounces favourably for Bontempelli. Handball short. Back from Ablett. Sends the Sharon on its way. Murdoch takes the mark uncontested. Here's a long kick. McCarthy over the top. 25 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Chalk up a goal for Geelong. That's his first. The first goal by McCarthy.
McCarthy is good on both left and right, so kicking off either side is just not an issue for him.
Smith gets onto the ball. Menzel with the football. Roughhead with the football. Low kick. Strong mark. 50 metres out. They want to see this one even it up. That's bad luck. Less than a goal the difference. The Western Bulldogs still in with a chance.
Selwood. He's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. He boots it. He gets it under pressure. Tui kicks it. Dangerfield with beautiful hands above the head. He really is a great target to kick to.
Chips it down towards half forward. Nice mark under pressure. Picture perfect drop punt. Simply outplayed the opposition there.
Henderson got a really good footballing brain. Meningolo marks the ball. He slams that on the boot. A nice contested mark. Morris puts his boot on it. Bontempelli takes the mark.
Puts boot to ball. Takes it well. He gives the ball a mighty roost. Great mark. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. The ball is hammered towards goal by Ablett. The huge kick makes it to the goals. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. A dead straight bounce. Roughhead totally outclassed in that contest. Gets a handball away. He's done a Lady Gaga. He kept everyone guessing. Hughes intercepts it. Hughes feeds it wide. Ball over the boundary line. Here we go again. Smith, timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. Dalhouse will get the free for throwing.
Menzel's got a lot of strength in him, but he needs to bulk up a bit if he wants to take full advantage of that. Dalhouse charges in with the bump. Dangerfield gets the loose ball. Campbell hand passes the ball. Wallace doesn't receive the ball. Tack, he gets the ball.
The Bulldogs with a lot to think about as they trail by 11.
The Cats will be happy with the early scoreboard pressure they are applying to the Western Bulldogs. They are setting the standard out there, and it will be interesting to see how the Bulldogs can come back after the break.
Time to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
The marking skill of Geelong has proved advantageous on the stats board, racking up 10 marks. Geelong appear to have a distinct advantage with 12 kicks over 5 kicks from the Bulldogs. Both teams are neck and neck for handball disposals. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. The Western Bulldogs are slightly ahead with 6-4.
That's pretty deep, Richo. The second quarter begins.
There are only two options regarding commitment. You're either in or out. There is no such thing as footy in between.
Scoops up the ball. Bontempelli laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. He spears the ball. Marks. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. A good mark under the circumstances. Gets the kick out of the defensive 50. He has to hold on to those. It'll be the umpire's ball. The throw is accurate. Smith punches. Is in his possession. Young sockers it. Picked up under pressure. Selwood cops it from behind. Roughhead with a kick at goal. You wouldn't believe it. It shaved the goalpost. The Western Bulldogs, no need to worry just yet. Selwood waiting to bring it back into play. Plays on. Kicks it. Hands like dinner plates.
Stewart's got all the makings required to become a great servant of this football club. I reckon he could become a 200-game player. Menzel takes the mark. Sending it on its way. Ablett just wanted it more then. He gets boot to the ball. That's a mark.
Picked by Wallace. Redpath gets the tap. Smith guides it. He kicks quickly. Boyd sticks out his hands and collects the ball. Pick up by Dixon. Kicked in a flurry. Sockers the ball away. Nice goal from Johannesson. Scores are so close, every move counts now.
The Western Bulldogs have been really predictable out there. They need to mix it up, break the line, start taking more of a chance, or this game will be lost.
Murdoch just got cleaned up and sent back to Neverland. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. Handballs from the tackle. Smith has the ball. He's a ball magnet. Wood wins the marking contest.
Wood is a Rolls Royce of a player who has the ability to read the play like no other. He kicks the ball. He gets the upper hand. Hughes with the kick. Dangerfield marks the ball.
Kicks. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Kicked by Smith. Bontempelli presents and takes the mark. Sends it on its way. Takes that one strongly. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Stewart gets a nice bump from Liberatore, finding the running player. He gets another possession. Dalhouse slams it on the boot. So half-time, and Richo, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Part of the reason why Geelong, it's a really even, strong squad at half-time. The Bulldogs are tired and the competitive edge isn't there.
Time to check the stats. Richo.
Not much difference between the way these two teams are kicking. Both fairly even on 22 and 20.
That's a unique spin on things, Richo. It's half-time and we'll be back soon for the second half. The crowd anxious. Let's get into the second half.
Do not let what you can do interfere with what you can do.
Murdoch with the tap. Smith is dragged down by Morris. Kicks hurriedly. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. Dalhouse sends it out to space. Cramery intercepts it.
Cramery has some potential and he'll really be able to unlock that potential if he has some continuous effort. Tap.
There'll be a ball up in the centre square.
Smith is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Redpath tackles him to the ground. Tui with a clean pickup. Jong onto the ball. The ball is tapped. He handballs it. Stewart boots it. He wins the contested mark.
And that torp has gone supernova. Takes it well. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. McCarthy a long way out. Picken soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses.
Picken, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. Menzel by hand. McCarthy shoots for goal. It's through for a point.
Geelong by 5 points. Trengo to bring it in. Strong mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him 30 metres out. McCarthy will have earned his paycheck if he converts this one. Nice work from McCarthy. That's his second. Geelong by 11. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Campbell, I've seen better swings on a condemned playground. Hand passed by Morris. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
Well, Dennis, I just think he's having fun with them now. Henderson's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. Puts boot to ball. Guthrie takes the mark. He boots it.
Tap by Dalhouse. Wallace decisively. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Menzel kicks it. Taken by Selwood. Kicks into the forward line. Drops the ball. Wood knocks the ball loose with a big tackle. Gets the handball. Stanley not getting much of it, Richard.
You're right, Dennis. He's gone missing lately.
Geelong with a 2-goal lead. Trengo assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. Jams it on the boot now. Dropped by Bontempelli. He's got on the end of that. Takes control of the ball. Intercepted. A good third quarter. What do you think, Richo?
They're in front and they deserve to be in front. They stepped up in all areas and really made their opposition look second-rate.
Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
The handball stats show that the two teams are fairly even, with the Western Bulldogs on 15 and Geelong on 9. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. The Bulldogs are slightly ahead with 18 to 15.
That's pretty deep, Richo. Only one term to go now.
It ain't over till it's over.
Roughhead hits it. Guided by Redpath. Able to grab it on the half volley. He's picked up an injury. I don't think he'll be coming back out. That was nasty stuff. I can't believe it carried the distance. That's a great goal. The Western Bulldogs trailing by less than 2 goals. They're still in this. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Good bounce. Smith nicely outclassing Campbell. Wow, some of his hits border on felonious assault. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. And the risk pays off. Goal. Geelong 2 goals up.
Smith has a nose for goals. You wouldn't want to bet against him even on the tightest of angles.
Great bounce. First hand's important. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball is in his possession. Lovely hand pass hits the man. He just can't get out of the action. Dangerfield goes long and gets the goal. The Cats have scored the last 2 goals. Ominous signs for the Cats. 3 goals up now. A dead straight bounce. Tapped by Smith. Murdoch taps it. A clean pickup. Campbell plays the tackle and the ball comes loose. There's players everywhere, but somehow he manages to send out the handball. Wallace guides it. Bontempelli gathers it. Gets a handball away. Redpath finds his man on the move. He really should have made more of that. Alarm bells are sounding for the Western Bulldogs. Selwood has a fair kick on him. I expect him to roost this down the middle. Boyd getting into position for the kick. Going for goal number 1. He'll be happy with that. The Bulldogs will be trying to kill the momentum of the opposition.
Boyd is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion.
Stanley got a fist on it. Guided by Hawkins. Campbell controls. Dangerfield picks it up. Menzel lays it off to the running man. Certainly that was not a hand pass. The umpire thinks the same and awards the free. Smith with the kick. Takes it well.
Liberatore needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. He can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. Puts boot to ball. The mark will be paid. Gee, a long kick there. Good mark.
Dangerfield boots it. Ablett gets the upper hand. Kicks. Gregson takes it well. Gets boot to high. Great mark under pressure. Bumps the pigskin. Big's the better man there.
Look, the Western Bulldogs haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. Hawkins puts his boot on it. He marks the ball.
He kicks it. I should bleep about that. Did you see that? The Cats have played some very good football indeed, and they've been rewarded with a win. Well, I enjoyed the match, Richo. How about you?
That's just heartbreaking for the Western Bulldogs, so close yet so far at the final siren. They can take solace from this loss, however, and look to rebound next time they take the field. They will hurt for now, though.
Final scores are 38-21. Richo, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Dennis. Until next time, that's it.